All right. All right, am I live? Are we good? Are we live? Are we up and running? What the heck? Oh, hold on. We might not be good. What in the world's going on here? Oh, looks like we are good. Okay. Hello. Hello, people. Hello, Assassino, Big Yoshi, Kiyaka L, Kid Goku, Chunky Boy, Demon Blades. Hello. Cold Rod, Sebastian, Hermes, Tyler, MDB, Oscar, the Seal. Oh, we got so many people. I can't say all these names. Who wins in a fight, Sun Wukong or Sun Goku? Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong is unkillable. There's just no way, unless I guess you poison him or like use some cheap tactics, which Goku literally won't do. So, and I'm an expert in this. I've read all the Dragon Ball and I've read Journey to the West. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being awesome. You're welcome. It takes a lot of work to be this awesome. Oh, God. Oh, I am so tired. If you guys need something cool to watch, you should watch that video I just put up debunking that stupid AI video about Ares conquering Olympus. Have you read A Song of Ice and Fire? No, I am going to wait until that series is done. But I do have Fire and Blood, and I'll read that because that's self-contained. I mean, we'll see if that series is ever done. I don't envy the George R. R. Martin for how much pressure he's under. Just saw the vid? Awesome. Hell yeah. Aw, you guys are so nice. Is that a plush version of me? Yes, it is. A little while ago, a toy company reached out. We tried to launch a plushie, but it didn't hit its goal. So I have the only one now. Yay. Yeah, too bad it didn't hit its goal. I guess not a lot of people wanted me in their house. Have you read any Lovecraft story? Yeah, a long time ago, like Call of Cthulhu. Can you make more Age of Mythology videos? There's actually a very big Age of Mythology video that keeps getting delayed on this channel, but hopefully it'll get out this year. Would be amazing. Yes, I've listened to Epic the Musical. My favorite song is Survive. Mythology Guy in a Jar. Oh no, am I in the Aries jar? Favorite ice cream? I like insanely chocolate stuff. I'll get like the chocolate fudge chunk chocolate chip brownie flavor, or I'll get a chocolate chip peanut butter flavor because I love Reese's. Morgan, thanks for the $5. Hell yeah. Hey buddy, I tried that continuity error drinking game. Oh no, for Percy Jackson. Long story short, I woke up on my porch in different clothes. Oh dear me. I wonder what night you had. Oh god. Yeah, it's a crazy, like there's so many continuity errors in those movies. Hello there, General Kenobi. I was just watching your Record of Ragnarok video. Oh, awesome. Yeah, and I am going to try to get a Season 2 video up before Season 3 comes out. Have you read The Song of Achilles? I actually haven't read the whole thing yet. I skimmed through it for research sake for the video I just put up. But it was made very clear that the Ares thing was not mentioned in there. I did read Circe and Galatea, but I haven't read Song of Achilles yet. I read Circe years ago when I had more time, and I read Galatea at a Barnes & Noble while I was waiting for my girlfriend to finish something because it's a short story, so I just read the whole thing. Do you think Hermes and Loki would get along? Oh, hell yeah. They would either get along or they would be competitive with each other. One of the two. I love your videos. Thank you. Will you be reacting to the 1990 Odyssey movie or the Clash of the Titans animated series? I didn't even know there was a Clash of the Titans animated series. I need to check that out. I also, honest to God, I didn't know there was a 1990 Odyssey movie. Shows what I know. Kinjorex, thanks for the donation. Loved your latest video, man. Thank you. I'm glad you loved it. It took a lot of work. That is probably the most work I've ever put into a 16-minute video. Have you ever played Hades? In my own videos, yes, but not anywhere else. I haven't been in a movie, if that's what you're asking, or in Hades Town. My question, will you ever do anything with Mesopotamian mythology? I already have. And yeah, there will likely be more. Will you do an every mythical reference video? I do want to do that at some point. There's a lot of, I want to do like the subtle mythical references in Devil May Cry, the mythical references in the Norse God of War games, because there were actually, I know I pointed out several in my inaccuracy video, but there were so many I didn't point out because at the end of the day it was supposed to be an inaccuracy video. If I pointed out all the references, there would have been like 50 more. So I'm kind of thinking of just making that its own video. What's been going on with your card game? It's actually pretty much finished. I just need to finalize about 2 things. There's a couple of card ability reworks that I need to test because after test playing them, I wasn't happy with them, so I'm reworking them. That's what test playing is for. And I just need to save up enough money for the launch. So if you want the game to launch sooner, just go watch my AI video. I didn't use AI. It's my video debunking AI. Get that to a bunch of views and get my Blood of Zeus Season 2 video up to a bunch of views. Hey man, did you see the Narasima animated movie? I do know about it. I haven't seen it yet. I'm behind on a few things. I really need to go see K-pop Demon Hunters because everybody wants me to see that. And the only reason I didn't watch it right away is because I don't know Korean mythology, so I didn't think I would be all that interesting in a discussion video, but everyone really wants to see me do it, so I guess I'll do it. Ares versus Tyr, who wins? Well, I would say Ares because Ares is immortal and Tyr isn't. Tyr gets killed by... Doesn't he? Yeah, he gets killed by Garm. And, yeah. Though then again, Ares has been defeated by Diomedes, so, you know, it's, they've both had their bad days. What do you know about voodoo religion? I know, no, hoodoo's a different religion. I know about Papa Legby and Baron Samedi and a few of the deities. I personally prefer voodoo to hoodoo because voodoo focuses more on the deities, whereas hoodoo focuses more on the spirits. But they're both cool. Have you watched Reign of Fire? No, I haven't. I don't even know what that is. What videos about Mesopotamian mythology have you made? I did, it was a long time ago, I did a Gilgamesh joke, I did a Ishtar joke. I mean, you can probably just go on my channel, go into the channel search bar and type Mesopotamian and they should pop up. Or just type Ishtar or Gilgamesh. Hello, that newest video of yours was amazing and hilarious. The effort and comedy was awe-inspiring. Well, thank you, Spiros. I appreciate that. I mean, wow. I really hope that's true and you're not just really biased towards me. Now, I need to take a damn compliment. Thank you very much. Thank you. It looks like other people agree with you. Awesome. I'm glad you guys like it so much. I actually edited that one myself because my friend Shane, I already have a video I want him to edit that I'm not even done with on my part, and he's also prepping for his wedding, so I'm trying not to put too much shit on his plate, but yeah, that took forever. If you've seen the video, you probably know why it took forever. And yeah, I did the editing, so which is why it's not as fancy as one of the videos Shane edits, because he's a way better editor than I am. But, you know, I think I'm okay. Favorite mythical movie or series? Well, my favorite mythical movie is Disney's Hercules. Yeah, it's not accurate at all, but it has such a special place in my heart. Series would be the Percy Jackson book series. There you go. Blackbeard, thank you for the $5. If Kratos was in Record of Ragnarok, would he need a power-up to kill the gods? And what would be his reaction to that universe? Well, it depends. Are you talking Kratos from the games or Kratos from mythology? Because either way, no, I don't think he would need a power-up because he already has one in the games, and in mythology, he's already a god, so I don't think he would need a power-up. So you're assuming, Kratos would be on humanity's side. I mean, I don't know. I think Kratos could hold his own in that tournament. Would Odin beat Zeus? God, I get asked this all the time. I believe Odin could outsmart Zeus. Books for Celtic and African mythology. Okay, let me see. I actually have an African mythology book right here that I'm not finished with, but I really like. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. African myths and tales. You can take a look at the info if that helps at all. Why doesn't it say the damn author's name? It says who wrote the foreword, but it doesn't say who wrote the damn book. Well, you can see the book. You know what it looks like. I also love this cover. It's so cool. And for Celtic, my introduction to Celtic mythology was the Jake Jackson book, and I think he also wrote an African Tales book. So I'd recommend that. That's a dope looking book. I agree. Bookshelf tour. Here it is. I'm not like moving the phone around. I've done that in like the last 3 streams. You know, I am thinking of doing a behind the scenes video where I show you guys how I make these inaccuracy videos, because I seem to get asked that a lot. When will you do Hades the game inaccuracies? My plan is to release it close to the Hades 2 full release. What do you think of Assassin's Creed Odyssey? So, Assassin's Creed Odyssey bums me out, because I was loving the game. Okay, maybe loving's too strong a word, but I was really enjoying the game a lot. Like, more than Origins and stuff. Definitely better than Shadows. But what ruined the game was the mercenary system. You can't fucking like bump into somebody without 8 mercenaries coming after you. Even in a stealth mission, it's so annoying. Even if you kill someone completely in stealth, your wanted level goes up. That's so stupid in an Assassin's Creed game. And then just mercenary after mercenary after mercenary. I hated it. It was so annoying, so I just stopped. I stopped playing it. Can you do a video on Anansi? I should. You're right, I should. Ares lost against Diomedes, you're right. Can you whip out the Keyblade? Sure. It's over in my closet. I'll go get it. Pew, pew. There you go. Hello, hello. Sorry I'm not dressed up for this stream. I'm honestly just really tired after all the editing. In the Rick Riordan books, who is the strongest demigod in your opinion? I remember, like, they kind of established that Percy and Jason were the 2 strongest. It's hard to say which one of them is stronger. I mean, logically, Jason should probably beat Percy because lightning, water, you know, I'm going off Pokemon logic here. I definitely think they're the top 2. I gotta give it to Percy. Percy went in and out of Tartarus. Jason didn't do that. OMG Kingdom Hearts. How's the process for the card game coming along? I kind of answered that earlier. I'm just trying to save up enough money. I'm like, I think about 1/4 of the way there right now. When will you release God of War Valhalla inaccuracy? So here's what happened. I know, like, yeah, I'm behind on a few things. What happened was everyone was asking for Epic the Musical, and I totally get why. After watching it especially, I'm like, oh yeah, I totally get it. So I was like, all right, gotta do an Epic the Musical video. So I put everything into Epic the Musical, and I was trying to do so much with it, and I just burnt myself out, and it was too much, and I wasn't getting anything else done. And it was stressing me out that I wasn't getting anything else done. And it just, so now I'm saying, all right, you know what? Epic the Musical video is delayed. I'm going to work on other stuff. And as you can probably tell, within a few days, I got this AI debunking video up, which I've wanted to make for a while. And hopefully I'll get a Valhalla up soon, too. Like, that would, I'm hoping that won't be too long. Hayden DeGrow, thank you for the donation. Have you thought of ever doing Native American stories? I know they're not myths per se, but still cool. It's still a mythology. No, that counts. I've actually done some Native American ones. Like, I know sometimes you probably look at my channel and you see I don't have a playlist for a certain mythology, so you probably think I haven't done it. I just, I don't make a playlist until I've done at least 10 videos on that mythology. But I've done a few Native American videos. I did a video on the Tata Kala. I did a joke video where, like, the settlers were getting massacred by native monsters. Felican, thank you for the $5. There's no message, but thank you. Holy Michael, thank you for the $10. Hey, first, can Sun Wukong shake the... Wait, what? Can Sun Wukong Shake the... Oh no, where'd the message go? The message is gone. I do not know what happened there. Oh, that sucks. Tyler, thanks for the $5. I can't donate much because I don't really have much money, but I really love your videos, man. Keep it up. That is so sweet. I appreciate the hell out of it. You guys don't owe me your money. It's okay. Like, we're just here to have fun. Like, just donate if you want to donate. If you can't afford to, you better not donate, honestly. But thank you so much, Tyler. That's so nice, and that really, like, makes me feel good. You are obviously more likely to get noticed if you make a donation, and I definitely don't want to miss a donation, and I'm doing the best I can. Opinion on history. We are doomed to repeat it. Who would win, Game Kratos or MCU Thor? Game Kratos. Easy. I love watching your videos. Keep up the good work. You earned a new subscriber. Oh, thank you. In the card game, do you need to special summon gods? I know what you mean. So, sorta. We don't have the word special summoning in the game, but to play gods, you have to make sacrifices. To play a minor god, you can play a warrior or a monster from your hand at no cost, but if you want to play a minor god, you have to sacrifice one guy, and if you want to play a god, you have to sacrifice 3 guys. But a minor god counts as 2, because you had to sacrifice to play it in the first place. So that's how it works. Also, a god counts as 3, so you can sacrifice one god to instantly play another if you want to. That's how the game works. Who is Kronos? Well, Kronos is the youngest but most powerful of the Titans. He is sometimes said to be the Titan of Time, but it is also sometimes said that that is a completely separate deity named Kronos. He was the father of Zeus. He swallowed all of his kids because it was predicted one of them would overthrow him, but Zeus got away because his mom swapped him with a rock, and then he grew up and he overthrew his dad. There you go. What about Jesus? What about Jesus? You know, that's a great question. Who's my favorite god or goddess? My tops are Hades, Sun Wukong, and Heracles. Will you update the website? I do need to do that. Here's a problem. It's been a while. I'm not the one who initially made the website. I scripted some of the stuff on it. I need to learn how to... I tried to update it like a year ago, and I almost accidentally deleted it. So I just, but it's totally doable. I just keep putting it off is the problem. That's on me. Sorry. Who's the oldest Titan? I actually don't know off the top of my head. Let's take a look. I wonder if it's Iapetus, kind of like the Hades thing. Oldest Titan. According to the internet, it is Oceanus. Methuselah is not a Titan. That's from Christianity. Oh, because Titanus Methuselah. Okay, fine. Freaking internet. What if Kratos fought Jesus? Well, they wouldn't fight. You think Jesus is going to initiate a fight? And you think Kratos is just going to attack Jesus for no reason? Like, that's the thing. Hades versus Zeus. We don't know. We don't know. But if anyone could, it would be either Hades or Poseidon, or Nyx, or Chaos. It's literally said in the story of the coup against Zeus that Hera recruited Poseidon because she believed it was possible he could beat Zeus. So I don't see why it's not possible that Hades could also beat him. How are you today? Exhausted, but I'm happy to talk to you guys. I really appreciate you guys. Favorite mythos besides Greek, Norse, or Roman? Japanese. Yeah, because Japanese is absolute insanity. I love Japanese. I love how crazy and unpredictable and creative it is. I haven't seen the song Manticore. Sorry about that. I already answered the opinion on history question. Will you play any other Kingdom Hearts games? We have talked about, like, eventually doing the Hot Sauce Challenge again for Kingdom Hearts 2. We would go right into 2. We're not gonna do a Hot Sauce Challenge for, Rechain or 358. I just, like... I would rather go into 2. Not that I don't enjoy those games. I've beaten them several times each, but I just want to go to 2. If the zodiac signs became deities, what gods do you think they would be? Well, there's, like, they would be gods of the things they represent as zodiac signs, right? Like, each zodiac already represents several characteristics. They would just become the gods of those characteristics. I think that's a pretty natural way that it would go, you know? Seems pretty easy. So you're a car then, because you're exhausted. Do you like board games? Yeah. Like, I enjoy board games. I enjoy trying them out. I enjoy a board game that's not a freaking chore to learn. What's the Japanese version of Sun Wukong? They don't really have a Japanese equivalent. Hindu does, though. Hanuman. So there you go. Shiva versus Chaos. I've said many times that's the be-all, end-all brawl. What's my favorite Zodiac? Dog, because I love dogs. And luckily, I am a dog. If you're talking specifically on the, the Latin Zodiac, though, Pisces, because that's what my Wilda is. Would you do a Caribbean mythology series? Yeah, I'd be down for that. Chaos has to beat Shiva. He's Chaos incarnate. Yeah, but according to some Hindu peoples, Shiva is everything incarnate, so it's hard to say. I already answered Sun Wukong versus Goku. I'm going to try not to repeat answers because I want to answer more of your questions. Oh, you're a dog too. That's awesome. Holy Michael, thank you for the $10. Oh, this seems to be the question you were asking earlier. Can Sun Wukong shake the universe? Yeah, I don't see why not. He can jump all the way to the end of the universe and pee on Buddha's hand, and he can, like, destroy whole mountains with a single, like, flick as long as they don't have a magic seal on them. Like, I could totally see Sun Wukong shaking the universe if he tried. Second, did Hephaestus forgive Hera, and did she hug him when he released her? The myth doesn't specifically say if he forgave her or if she hugged him, so that's entirely up to your own interpretation. You know, I don't know. He might have forgiven her because there's an alternate telling where he sides with Hera during an argument and then Zeus throws him off the mountain for a second time. So I'm sure, let's say he did. Third, can Hephaestus be as strong as Zeus and Heracles? Fourth, can Hephaestus forge sons? You know, I'll bet if Hephaestus wanted to, he could forge a son. He's also the god of fire. I don't see any reason he couldn't just create, like, this little singularity star or something and just forge it in his forge. It sounds totally doable for him, the way mythology is built. As for be as strong as Zeus or Heracles, I doubt it. I think if he could overpower Zeus, he would. It's like, you know, he got so pissed at Hera for throwing him off the mountain, he got back at her. But Zeus throws him off the mountain and he don't do shit because he's scared of Zeus. So, yeah. What are your thoughts on the Slavic pantheon? What was the rest of that? Or Slavic gods thrown through. Oh, they're cool. Like, they have some similarities to Norse, but Slavic has this badassery that's a little more close to my heart because my mother was Slavic. So, you know, it's got some cool shit. You know what I think would be amazing? A movie where, like, Thor and Perrin fight. And it's, you know, taken, like, to its full badassery. Like, you know how they amped up that Godzilla vs. Kong movie? Like, if a movie like that, but Thor versus Perrin would be insane. Phantom Reactor, thanks for the $2. Have you or could you do Bionicle lore shorts? You know, I've had that noted in my phone for over a year to do Bionicle lore shorts. At some point I will. Are you excited for PJO Season 2? Sadly, no. Because Season 1 really kind of let me down. But I want it to be good. I will say I'm excited for aspects of it. I'm excited to see the chariot race. I'm excited to see Tantalus. I just hope they do them well. Because a lot of stuff in Season 1 really let me down, especially the Hotel Lotus. But I am very, very open to being proven wrong. And I would like that. Do the primordials do their own thing? Do they care? It depends on the primordial. Some of them are off just interacting with no one. Like Chaos and Uranus at this point. Nyx fucks a lot. You know, she has a lot of kids. She and Erebus boink quite a bit. Erebus doesn't really do much. Morose doesn't really interact with anybody. So, yeah, for the most part, they're just kind of off not giving a shit, I would say, yeah. What if Helios fought Ra? I think Ra would win that fight. Ra is also Atum, who is, like, on primordial level of power. So, yeah. Why is Greek mythology so famous? Because they did Okay, I'll tell you what. It's because Greece was like in the middle of Europe and had so many stories that spanned for so long, like the Odyssey and shit like that, and so many great hero stories. And so it spread through Europe, and obviously Europeans came to America, and America's where Hollywood was made. It spread around. That's how it. It's pretty logical if you think about it. Metal Guy, thanks for the donation. If you were in a battle for survival and you could choose any mythic gear to fight, what would it be? You can mix match if you want. Okay, well, battle for survivor, I'll probably pick Shiva's Trishula. It's supposed to be the most powerful weapon in Hinduism, and Hinduism is insanely broken with how powerful it is. So there you go. I think I could defeat anyone with that thing. Callum, thanks for the donation. What's the scariest yet cool Celtic god in your opinion? Ooh. Probably Iran. Like, he's like an underworld god who actually dresses like a badass black knight and has these like deadly sinister hounds that he lets loose on people. Like, it's really cool. Like, I would love to see Iran get utilized. Alistair, thanks for the $1. I appreciate it. Mate, this is like catnip for my autistic brain. Okay, well, I'm glad it makes you happy. Hell yeah. Now that the AI video is out, now you have to do Wonder Woman inaccuracies. It would be funny. At some point, sure, but that would probably be like a 10-minute video. Like, they don't focus on the myth stuff for that much of the movie. How did you learn so much about mythologies? I just loved it. My mom read me Greek myth when I was little, and I immediately loved it. And then she read me Arabian Nights, which I also loved. And it was cool to have read those and then see the Disney movies, Hercules and Aladdin. And then as I got older, my mom got me Age of Mythology. That got me into Egyptian and Norse, which I also loved. When I was a kid, there was a show on TV called Jackie Chan Adventures. That got me into Chinese. My dad wouldn't get me any books that weren't like educational. So I got into this book series called Horrible Histories. And that actually got me into Aztec and Celtic. Chinese was an easy segue into Japanese. And one day I just decided I wanted to learn Hindu because I thought the fact that their gods had so many hands was kind of fascinating. And it just kept going and going, really. I genuinely enjoy it. Some people know like everything there is to know about spiders, or some people are really deep in Star Wars lore. This is my thing. So that's how it works. Phantom Reactor, thanks for the $2. What are your thoughts on the Bionicle Makuta? Also Yu-Gi-Oh! I love Makuta. Like, I used to have a Makuta as a kid, the like Bionicle Lego set, and I unfortunately one day my lamp in my room, I left it on and I went out and I came back and it had fallen in the bulb. Well, it was a hot bulb and it was on Makuta's belly and it melted him. And I was like, no, it didn't fully melt him, but he was like Melt Man from Action League now. And I was like, God damn it. I would love to get a new Makuta. That's something I really want, but he's really expensive now. He's hard to get. Hello to you too, Toxic Waste. How many hands is too many hands? Once you become uncomfortable, it's too many hands. When's the epic video? It's delayed. I'm sorry, I burnt myself out. Hello to you too, Kings of Hearts. What are your opinions on Warhammer? Warhammer's awesome, honestly. I really enjoy the Space Marine games. I liked painting the figures as a kid. I did not learn how to play the game, though, until I was an adult. And it's pretty fun. I like it. But I'm not, like, deep into its lore or anything. I very casually enjoy it. And when the Henry Cavill show comes out, maybe I'll get deeper into its lore. Star17, thanks for the $5. I want to do research on Hawaiian, Pacific Islander, and Polynesian. So, basically Polynesian. It's for a story of mine. Where do you recommend I do research? Well, again, Jake Jackson has a book on that. And, no, that's my Native American book. Oh, yeah. There's another good... Ow! Oh, I hurt my finger. Oh, dang it. And this is also a good book right here. Hawaiian Mythology by Martha Beckwith. It's a good book. My ex gave me this. But, it made the Moana movie more fun, Is there a movie based on mythology that you didn't do on your Mythical Inaccuracy series? Oh, there's so many. Like, I haven't done Jason and the Argonauts yet. I haven't done any Odyssey movie yet. I haven't done either of the Wonder Woman movies. I haven't done Thor, Love and Thunder. I could go on. I haven't done any Hercules movie except the Disney one. There's like 6 others at least. So, yeah, there you go. Have a perfect day. Thank you. I love that book. I use it for my books as well. Oh, awesome. Have you read Uncensored Arabian Nights? I mean, I assume. Like, I don't know if my books are censored or not, honestly. Loki, okay, I'm not answering any more Epic the Musical questions. I already went over that. And I already answered about the card game, too. So, just, yeah. How accurate do you think the Odyssey is? Which one? You mean the new one coming out? I don't know. I haven't seen any press for that at all. Like, I just saw the cast photos. Star17, thanks for the $2. Thanks you so much. It means a lot to me. Oh, that's great. I just read the Odyssey for the first time. Oh, way to go. Nice. When do you think you'll do a live stream of you and your friends playing the card game and explaining the rules? Probably in, like, the week or 2 weeks leading up to the game launch. Like, I plan to, like, when the game is launching leading up to it, I plan to do a lot of videos. Like, a tutorial video, several Let's Play videos, a card showcase, stuff like that. There's a lot I plan to do when the card game's coming out so that you guys know everything you need to know to play it and pick who you want to be. Crazy Cat Lady, thanks for the $5. I'm listening to the Odyssey and reading Ian McKellen to me for the first time. Hey, that's amazing. Ian McKellen is a beautiful man. But being a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, where'd it go? Being a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, have you ever thought about playing Master Duel? I did play Master Duel, actually. Yu-Gi-Oh's kind of ruined, unfortunately, because I just want to play on GOAT mode, and that's never an option. Yeah. Phantom Reactor, thanks for the $2. Your thoughts on Mata Nui giant robot reveal? There's a what? I didn't know there was a Mata Nui giant robot reveal, honestly. I did not know that. Mata Nui is like the enemy of Makuta, the god of the Toa, right? Have you seen Record of Ragnarok? I have done several videos on Record of Ragnarok, so yes. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is for hyper-competitive only now. Yeah, I don't like it. I do not like the X-Seeds and the Links and the Pendulums and the Synchros. Get that crap out of my game. Have you seen the Disney Lorcana TCG? Yeah, actually, I bought like a 1-pack, and I swear this is true. I pulled Chernabog on my first pull, and I was so happy about that. So cool. But yeah, I really want to collect all of the Hades variations. That would be amazing. Have you read any of the Rick Riordan Presents books? Yes, I read the first Aru Shah book. It was pretty good. Yeah. What did you think about them making Shiva afraid of Zeus in Record of Ragnarok? Go watch my inaccuracy video and you'll see exactly how I felt about that. Who do you think is the most bullied god or deity? In my opinion, it's Indra. You know, that's not a bad choice. For his free real estate for his sorcery, receiving boons. You're not wrong. A sage literally sprouted 100 vaginas on his body. You know, let's go with what you said. Are you aware of the channel Tasting History? No. First I've heard about it. In my book, I'm planning to use multi-mythical characters from across the world, including Jesus and Christian. It is mostly Hawaiian, so sort of like Record of Ragnarok. You inspired me to create it. That is amazing to hear. And I have no problem with you using Jesus in your story. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, aren't you offended when you see people do Jesus? It's like, bro, I grew up with, like, Family Guy and Robot Chicken and Simpsons. Like, I don't care. Have you heard of John Solo? I have. He's amazing. He is a fantastic creator, and I've actually talked to him before. He's a really great guy, too. Like, would love to work with him, but that entirely depends on if I get my shit together. Oh, I'm your favorite YouTuber? That's so nice. Thank you. What happened to the Norse goddess Hel when Ragnarok happened? It doesn't say. There is a lot of Norse myth that is either lost to time or was just never written down in the first place, unfortunately. Norse myth was, like, the Vikings were pretty casual about their mythology, as far as I know. Not that they didn't, like, you know, invoke their gods and stuff, but I don't think they, like, the Greeks felt this need to catalog everything. The Vikings weren't really like that. Hello, Rails. Will the Ragnarok Season 2 video come out after Epic? Did you know Season 3 comes out this December? Yes, I did know that. And I don't know which one will come out first. I'm just going to try to get some stuff out right now. And I'm not going to tell you guys exactly what, because I do want you to be a little surprised. But I am working on about 5 videos right now, and I'm hoping, like, to get them all out within the next few months. And it'll make me feel a lot better about myself. Who wins in a 3-way? You, Jake, or John? Probably John. I think he's the tallest and in the best shape out of the 3 of us. Plus, he has the biggest audience. Can you make a video about Arabian mythology? I did, and I have a playlist of that, actually. I have some Arabian Nights videos on there. Hey, remember me? I commented about Romulus and Remus back then. Oh, cool. Yeah, I remember that. I would have thought Hel would survive Ragnarok since she is tied to the underworld and mostly detached from Loki's nonsense. It's actually very suggested that she does not survive Ragnarok, because after Ragnarok, she's the one keeping the dead in Hell, and after Ragnarok, Baldur leaves Helheim because no one's keeping him there anymore. So it is suggested that she dies in Ragnarok based on that. We just don't have the specific written events of how it happens. Shouldn't it be Icar of Zeus? How have I not said that in my inaccuracy videos? That would be funny. Well, maybe in the Season 3 video. Holy Michael, thank you for another $10. Oh, this is the same question as before, Holy Michael. I mean, I appreciate the money. I already answered this. I hope, I don't know if the chat's glitching or if you actually donated a second time, but we already went over that. Callum, thank you for the donation. Which do you think is stronger, Western dragons or Eastern dragons? And can you go into depths as to why? Also, love your vids. They teach me a bunch and also help me pick my tattoo style as mythology. That is amazing. I love my job. I love my audience. Eastern. And yeah, I'll tell you why. Western dragons are powerful, don't get me wrong. But there are so many stories of Western dragons getting killed by heroes or warriors of some kind, or like dying in, you know, they pretty much all get defeated by warriors or heroes. Whereas Eastern dragons are on a higher level. They're like forces of nature, and some Eastern dragons are gods. I can't think of any Western dragons that are gods. But yeah, there's like Ao Guang and Ryujin and Shokuen. Is it Shokuen? Did I say the right name? Give me a second here. Yeah, it is. Okay. So yeah, like Eastern dragons are like god tier, whereas Western dragons are more hero tier. Like they get defeated by, you know, Sigurd and Beowulf and Jason and stuff like that. To Kevin Griffin, thanks for the $5. Have you read Heroes of Olympus series? What are your thoughts? Yes, I have read it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. The only thing I didn't like was I thought the ending felt rushed. Like, I'm not going to go into spoilers, but it's like once a certain task was completed, immediately, like, the big fight happened and it was over in, like, 1 page. At least that's how I remember it. So I was like, oh, that's all? I was hoping there would be more. I really like big fights in books. It's one of the reasons I love the Aragon books and why I love the Last Olympian book. Like, almost that whole book is the Siege of Manhattan. Kevin Griffin, I already read that. I'm freaking broken in the head. SOQ, thank you for the donation. There's no message, but thank you very much. Hayao Miyazaki, the founder of Ghibli, hates artificial intelligence. I have heard that, yes. Can you please say the line about red blood and ichor? Sure. The gods bleed red blood in this game, despite the fact that gods in Greek mythology are supposed to have golden ichor running through their veins. And yes, I do say it every time. Some people have said he obviously just takes the recording and reuses it. I actually don't. I do say it in every video. Are you all talking about Ragnarok? Some people were. Do you ever actually play with the action figures on your shelves? I have, honestly. But not in a long time. I just think they're, Marge Simpson, I just think they're neat. I enjoy them a lot. Iliad or Odyssey? Odyssey. That's a cooler story. I really enjoy Epic the Musical. I think it's pretty cool. Thanks for saying it. You're welcome. How big do you think the Hydra is? It's like, height-wise, if you actually look at how it's depicted on, like, pots and murals and stuff, it's, like, 7 feet high. Like, it's not gigantic. That's why I keep saying in my inaccuracies, it's not gigantic. Like, again, this is how the Greeks drew it in their art. They clearly never intended for it to be gigantic. Aladdin, sure. And I think people mix the two up, and that's why that happens. Crimson Raijin, thanks for the $5. I'm currently working on a comic where Thanatos gives human guy powers and he becomes a hero offsetting counter. Love to talk about it. Oh, that sounds awesome. I wonder how someone with death powers becomes a hero. Like, what do they do with that? Can he summon butterflies? That would be funny. Callum, thank you for the 20 pounds. That's what I need to lose. Do you know Merlin? Yeah. And how would you scale his abilities as a wizard, sorcerer, or other legends about mythological mages? That's a little tricky. I actually don't know if I would even put him that high. Is he even more powerful than druids? Yeah, he's probably more powerful than most druids. But it's like the sages in Hinduism can literally curse gods. I don't think Merlin can do that. Merlin got treed in the end. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I would scale him. I need to go reread Le Mort d'Arthur. But yeah. I have not played any Fallout games, no. I noticed some things were changed with your cards. Okay. Like how Greek cards got some abilities removed or tweaked. Can you talk about the changes on other cards? I mean, I'm currently doing a samurai card change up. It's possible I might just for launch replace the generic samurai card with a specific samurai because I just got one finished and I know what I want to do with it. Whereas the generic samurai, I'm actually not even sure what I want to do with it. The Einherjar, I'm also changing his ability. I used to just have him that, like, you can sacrifice a warrior to play him and he gains a buff because he's supposed to be that warrior. But I really don't like it. I don't think it works well. I want his ability to have something to do with a warrior dying, though, because Einherjar are literally dead warriors. I'm not sure. It's tricky. What's my favorite movie? That's hard. Some of my favorites are Pirates of the Caribbean 1, Hercules, Three Idiots, Forrest Gump, Secondhand Lions. Yeah, there's a few of them. Dark Knight, because I'm a white guy. Did you watch Scarface? Yeah, I've seen Scarface. Will the Piraeus Lion be in the card game since you like having statues come to life? Not at launch, no. We have plenty of Greek cards right now, including statues that come to life, honestly. So, we're not currently planning on having the Piraeus Lion, but it's totally, doable in the future. Love you, no homo. I love you too, no hetero. What god would you fight if you were in Record of Ragnarok, and why? Well, do I have to pick someone on the roster, or can I pick literally any god? Because if I can pick literally any god, I will pick either Priapus or Kiamedes, because they seem like some of the weakest gods. What is a samsara in Hindu mythology? I actually don't remember off the top of my head. Strongest god in all mythology? It's either Shiva, Chaos, or the Abrahamic god, because he's broken. He's omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. But some people say Shiva is also those things. And Chaos, we have no idea what it is. So that's why I say those three. What's your favorite labor of Heracles? Probably the retrieval of the golden apples, because that labor has the most going on in it. Like, he has to get through a lot of stuff to get to it. And it's a nice, long, cool story where a lot happens. Where do you get all your accurate Greek mythology information? I also have the mythology book, but I would like more info on Greek mythology. Well, if you want the most accurate stuff, you need to look at the ancient sources. Like, you want stories written by, here we go. You want stories by Pseudo-Apollodorus, Hesiod, and Homer. Those are the three best options. A lot of people also use Ovid as a source, but that's more of a Roman source. So that's why I don't typically use him as a source. That's the most authentic stuff you're going to get. Who would win, Fenrir or the Minotaur? Fenrir. Fenrir is huge and would just swallow the Minotaur. Favorite Greek hero other than Heracles? Okay, Perseus. I always like Perseus. I'm going to bed now. It was nice seeing you. When do you stream? I think we'll be streaming this Wednesday. So there you go. Archangel Michael versus Ares, God of War. See how tired I am. I might give that one to Archangel Michael, actually. Kevin Griffin, thanks for the $2. What did you think of the show American Gods? I think it looks cool, and I haven't seen it. I want to read the books first. Myth question, how do warrior monks work? Is it like a type of style, and did any of them worship Amaterasu? Well, it's like, yeah, they have their own styles. They also have their own community. It's like the Japanese version of Shaolin monks, only they wield like naginatas, whereas Shaolin monks typically do barefisted. But yeah, they have their own temples where they hang out, and they'll usually like protect certain artifacts or try to help those in need. There were, I believe, some corrupt ones though. But yeah, they had like what they considered a sacred order. It was kind of like being the Jedi. Based on your latest video, what is the last story in Greek mythology chronologically? I think the last story that's Greek chronologically would probably be the Telegony. I like to think of the last story as the Aeneid, because it has the survivors of Troy becoming the first Romans. So, that's kind of cool. It's like the transition from Greek mythology to Roman mythology. But realistically, it's probably the Telegony. I think that's like the most future in the order of Greek myths. Greek mythology doesn't have an actual ending. You want to know what happened to the Greek gods? They got replaced with Christian god. That's literally what happened in reality. The Greeks, I don't think, believed that their mythology was ever going to end. They literally sentenced a man to death. Or no, I'm thinking of Roman. Roman sentenced a man to death for being accused of not believing in the gods. But yeah, like, it's just, I don't think the Greeks planned for their mythology to end. But, Norse, since it's so based on glorious death, they did have an ending in mind. And since Christian is so based on, like, will you be saved or not after you die, they also had an ending in mind. And Hinduism is just epic. Yeah. Favorite Percy Jackson book? Last Olympian. Like I said, love the Siege of Manhattan and everything. Michaela Lloyd, thank you for the $5. How you doing, man? Always watch your content and have never interacted before, but thanks for spitting the mythology facts and keeping it real. Hell yeah. Thanks, Michaela. I appreciate that. That's so cool. I have a question. Are you a fan of Transformers? If so, do you know the 13 Primes lore? Just asking. I am a fan of Transformers, but no, I actually do not know the 13 Primes lore. So yeah. I actually wanted to get a figure of, like, Optimus Primal. I actually have the Lego Optimus Prime, but it's packed up right now. Give us lore about the Mongolian Deathworm. I actually don't know Mongolian mythology, so I'm sorry about that. I actually can't answer there. Just got done with your new video. That's an insane level of research, and I love it. Thanks, Optimus. I do not like Zeus. You're not alone. In the story of Perseus and Medusa... Okay, hold on. If the story of Perseus and Medusa was a musical, what would you like to see in it? Either well-known or not so well-known. I would like to see it not do the Medusa was a victim the whole time story, because it's gotten to the point where that version of the story annoys me. That's one thing I would really like to see. I would like a song sung by Perseus while he's sneaking up on Medusa. I think that would be hilarious. Do you have a religion? Yes, I am Christian. Da-da-da. Who's the actor you would like to play Hercules? I honestly, like, when Dwayne Johnson was cast, I was like, hey, that's a great choice. And then the movie disappointed me. So who would I like now? I would memely say Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he's actually already done it. I don't really follow a lot of bodybuilders. I'm actually not sure who I would want to play Heracles. You know, just for the lulz, Gerard Butler. See how he does it. I think that would be fun. Who would you want to play the main gods in a movie? You know, I actually thought the first Percy Jackson movie was really well cast. It was a shame that it didn't, go on. So yeah, like I didn't mind those choices at all, honestly, but I don't like have like a set cast list that I really want it to be these guys. I'll say this, I really like Carol Rugier, so I would like to see her play Athena in live action if she was willing to. I love how she voices the character. I want the mythology guy to play Heracles. That's so nice, but I do not have the body for it. Have you seen Fantastic Four? Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. It did not end the way I thought it was going to end. I was completely wrong in my prediction, but I won't spoil the ending. What's the next Greek inaccuracy video? Well, inaccuracy videos I'm working on right now, I'll just say I am working on God of War Valhalla because I already promised that. And I won't tell you what the other one is, but it is a Disney property. That's the hint I'll give you. Do you know dragons from How to Train Your Dragon? Well, I've seen How to Train Your Dragon and the sequels, so yeah, I guess so. You should review Immortals Phoenix Rising. We have some Let's Plays of it on the channel. You can check those out. Who defeated the Leviathan? I don't think anyone defeated the Leviathan. Or I don't know, honestly. Has Wukong gotten angry on someone else's behalf? I actually don't remember. He gets angry because he wants to protect his master, but I don't think he ever got angry on his master's behalf, and I don't think he ever got angry on Zubaji's behalf. Zubaji is perfectly capable of getting angry all on his own. I actually don't recall a time when he did that, because his master never gets angry, and Zubaji is already angry for himself. Would you consider doing an audiobook for the Percy Jackson series? Would I consider? You want to hear my voice for that? All right, tell Rick that, and I would do it, but only if I got paid to do it, because that's a lot of work. Yeah. I sure, like, if they said, hey, Andrew, we'd love you to do an audiobook for the series, I'll be like, cool, can you give me some nasal spray so I don't a lot during the, audiobook? And, yeah. Thoughts on the Skinwalker? Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. I hate how some people try to gatekeep whether or not you're allowed to talk about that. Da-da-da-da-da. Have you played Asora's Wrath? No, but I want to. What's your favorite of some of the crazy creatures you've covered? Mine is the Pandai. Oh, nice. One of my favorites is the Shirime because I just like how freaking weird that one is and how many views that video got. What mythical sword is your favorite? What is my favorite mythical sword? I do really like Excalibur. I also really like Zhonghui's sword. Probably one of those. Thoughts on... Oh, there it went. Have you seen Supernatural? No, but when I watch it, I will do vids on it. I have not seen Dan Dan, sorry. Have you watched The Last Airbender? Yes, love that show. Absolutely excellent show. And eventually I do want to do a video on how Asian culture inspired that show. And the idea of avatars, that comes from Hinduism and inspired some stuff in the show. So that would also be cool. Do you have a favorite mythological pantheon? It's really hard to pick. I always default to either Greece or Japanese. Greece because I know it the best and the longest, and Japanese because it's insane. How do warrior monks work? I already answered that. Can Heracles lift Thor's hammer without the gloves or the belt? I wouldn't put it past him. Magni and Modi can lift it without the gloves and the belt. And Heracles is strong enough to lift the sky. So I'm going to say yes. And that was before he was a god, and he ends up being a god in the myth. So, you know, he's probably even stronger now. Is Izanagi the king of Shinto mythology? No, he is more powerful than him. It is suggested he's more powerful than his three children, Amaterasu, Susanoo, and Tsukuyomi. But he and his wife Izanami didn't really rule anything. They just got everything started. And then after he created Amaterasu from washing his eye, he just said, "All right, you're in charge." So Amaterasu is the ruler in Shinto. But Izanagi is still like, don't mess with me, basically. I've already listened to Epic. Wait, so who's stronger, Heracles or Thor? I would probably say Heracles. Do you know Filipino mythology? I know a lot of creatures, yeah, and I actually have a Filipino playlist on the channel. Has Ares ever saved a woman from being assaulted? Yes, he did. He rescued his daughter Alcape from being assaulted, so there you go. Who's Hades' wife? Persephone. Yeah. What gameplay style do you think would fit the next Black Myth game, and what god do you want to get a Black Myth style game? I mean, my most wanted was Zhong Kui, so boom, I'm happy. But I would also really love to see either Nezha or a co-op 8 Immortals game. I think that would be insane. I wouldn't mind if the next style is similar to the last style, honestly, and it probably will be. I just like a good open world adventure game. I actually wasn't really big into Souls games throughout my life, but the thing I most disliked about them was that you lost all your shit when you died, and Wukong doesn't do that, so I'm happy about that. Are you a gnome giant? I very well could be. All right, I'm going to answer Patreon questions real quick because that is one of the perks of being a Patreon supporter is you get guaranteed answers to your questions, and then I will be right back to you guys. Ooh. Okay, we got, it looks like 2 people have asked Q&A questions. All right, so Lassie Ehrenreich says, sorry I missed the last Q&A. It was my first month back from school. Hope you had a great month. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good now. It's totally fine that you're gonna wait with your Epic the Musical video. Thank you. You should not stress yourself out and focus on your own mental health. I appreciate that. I'll be happy whenever you make it. Yay. I have an idea for Wisdom with Mimir. If you really were that smart, you wouldn't have the need to say it to everyone all the time. That has energy of that Game of Thrones quote. Remember, any man who says, I am the king is no true king. It's like that exact same energy. Did you know the Jedi Temple is a real religion in Australia? No, I did not, but now I do. Some people are worshipping ChatGPT as a god. Yeah, that seems about right. Well, I just made a video shitting on AI, so maybe they see me as a heretic. Really don't want to rush you, but you should watch Gentry Chow versus the Underworld and K-pop Demon Hunters. They are some of the best media about Asian mythology. I do want to see K-pop. I will add Gentry Chow to my list. Thank you, Lassie. All right, that's everything from Lassie. Sorry if I'm low energy, guys. I am really tired right now. Next up, we got Soaring Rock. Hi, Andrew. Hope you're doing well. How did Yggdrasil come into being? It wasn't created before Ginnungagap? That's a great question. So I've actually looked into this before, and there's not a solid answer to it. But a lot of people have theorized that since, you know, it very likely wasn't around before Ginnungagap, a lot of people theorize that after Ymir died, it grew out of him. And then that's what, like, spread into all the different realms, because most of those realms didn't even exist until, like, Ymir was killed. So the tree most likely also came from him. Where did the Norns come from? Do you think they were alive before anyone else, like Buri, since fate had to start before then? Well, I mean, if we're also going by, like, the Greek fates logic, they weren't also around. Like, they're children of Nyx. So I don't know if, like, the Norns are fate itself, or if they're just now in control of it, and before them fate was just kind of running wild. But again, there's no definitive story saying where they come from, but there are some, I believe there are some lines that refer to them as giants, so they might be descended from the giants. Wouldn't it have been more poetic if instead of Narfi being the one killed, it had been Vali? And instead of the Aesir chaining up Loki, it was the other Vali, Loki's son. That would have been interesting. Loki's son Vali Odin's son Vali using Loki's son Vali to bind him. That way it would be, and then you just said the exact same thing I said in your message. It would have been layered and symbolic. That really would have been interesting, yeah. Can you give me and my sister Kimberly birthday shout-outs? Her birthday was on August 27th and mine was on the 28th. Oh shit, that was just yesterday. All right, happy birthday shout-out! There you go, and happy birthday shout-out to you as well. Yay. Oh man, oh it hurts to yell. Thank you for all you do for us and have a great Labor Day weekend. Aw. Oh, and then there's a personal message after that. All right, I will keep that one to myself. All right, there's the Patreon questions. Back to you guys. Is that Mythology Guy? No, it isn't. Sorry, I've lied to you. I'm a liar. Where do Droger come from? Droger are like unsettled corpses. It's like when a corpse isn't buried or cremated properly, like it'll sometimes like come back to life, or a soul from Helheim will get loose and possess a dead body and become a Droger, stuff like that. So do you prefer the Percy Jackson movie or show? Probably show. Wilda prefers the movie. I'm so excited. My high school just got a mythology class this year, and we're starting with a project on choosing Greek myth. I'm doing Arachne. Can you share anything about her story? Sure. There's actually multiple variations of the Arachne myth. One being, I think this is the Ovid version. One being that she actually wins the weaving contest against Athena, and Athena beats the crap out of her, and then she tries to off herself, and then Athena turns her into a spider to stop her from dying. That's a messed up one. Another one is where Arachne is actually losing the weaving contest, so in her anger, she weaves insults to the gods into her work, including like portrayals of Zeus cheating on Hera constantly, and Athena punishes her for that. So there's some variousness there for you. Basically, a Droger is a zombie that got hands. Well, a lot of zombies have hands. I don't know, is that some lingo I don't understand? Favorite yokai? I really like the Baku, because I like chimera-like creatures. I also really like the Nue, for the same reason. I started uni from the second year of September, and one of my classes is on... Oh, uni, I just realized, is on Greek mythology. Hey, this is really cool. This is really cool. Who's stronger, Germanic Aesir or Roman gods? I kind of have to give it to Roman gods, because again, they're immortal, and the Aesir technically aren't. You take those apples away from them, and they'll start dying of old age. What do you think about Heroes of Olympus? I actually went over that earlier already. I'm playing Witcher 3 right now, and I just finished a side mission and a succubus. So are succubi inherently evil or not? They're a type of demon, so they are typically like depicted as inherently evil, yes. Have you ever been recognized in public? Yes, and I love it. I love it so much. It makes my day. Because it's a reminder that my job is real. My job, I love my job to death, but it gets lonely. And I just stare at screens all the time, so it's easy to forget that there's real people, you know, watching me. So when I run into you guys in public, it just makes my day. What do you think of Percy Jackson duology? Oh, you mean the two movies? Go watch my reviews and you'll see exactly what I think of them. Do you know anything about Khmer mythology? No, I'm sorry. Odin or Zeus? Like, which one do I like better? Well, probably Odin, since he doesn't constantly force himself on everybody. Greek mythology expert person, you're the best. Thank you. Working on a Perseus Medusa... Oh, I already answered that. The musical question. I've actually been listening to Heroes of Olympus on audiobook. Cool. I don't typically listen to audiobooks. I like to actually read the books, you know, but I know different strokes, different folks. Also, the voice on the audiobook is never the voice I picture. Can't the same be said about Greek gods as opposed to Nordic gods? Take golden ichor away, won't they die as well? Yeah, but you can't take it away. Like, you'd have to, like, drain it out of their bodies. With the Norse gods, like, if they're not consistently eating those apples, like, they will die. Like, there is literally a story where someone takes the apples away and they start dying, like, and they have to get them back. There's no story where someone drains all the golden ichor out of a Greek god. That would be very challenging to do. Books for voodoo? I actually don't have any, unfortunately, so I don't know what to recommend. I imagine Jake Jackson's done something, though, and I really like his works. Do you know Maori mythology? Some, yeah. Mainly I know the tale of Maui. Wait, when you answer my question, when did you answer my question? Oh, you're talking about the musical thing? I said I would really like it if there was a song Perseus sang while he was sneaking up on Medusa. I think that would be funny. Who wins in a battle, Odin or Zeus? Now, I know I just said the immortality thing, but because Odin has like 5 different kinds of insane wisdom and sorcery, I think he could find a way around around Zeus's immortality, because Zeus can actually take people's immortality away. I don't see a reason to think Odin can't unlock that same ability with all he knows. Interested in Indian mythology? I got a whole playlist of it on the channel. How does Heimdall have 9 mothers? I asked that same question in my Heimdall video. Favorite Vishnu avatar? That's hard. Oh, Narasimha. I love how, like, crazy Narasimha is. That one's awesome. So yeah, you're going to tell me I should definitely watch the movie because of that. I'll try to at some point. Thank you, you're welcome. Loki versus Lucifer. Who do you think will win? Because it's trickery versus trickery. I'll just say Lucifer for the reason that Abrahamism is, like, on a broken-ass level with what their deities can do. So, you know, that's my own religion. Like, again, like, whenever I pick my own god, people are like, oh, you're biased. I'm like, no, my religion's just broken. Would you do an inaccuracy video for the game Hades? Yes, I would like to. It will just be a ton of work because there's so much dialogue to go through. Love your videos. I think you're a great YouTuber. Thank you so much. Hello, longtime fan. Thank you for the videos. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. You should check out Apocalypse of the Gods. It's a side manga on oh yeah, I've been recommended this before. I do want to check that out. What's the difference between a succubus and a siren? Well, they actually do have a lot of similarities. A succubus will typically, like, suck your soul out, though, whereas a siren will just eat you the way an animal would eat you. Other than that, a lot of similarities. They both hypnotize you through song and lure you towards them and then consume you, and they're both female, typically. So, yeah, the succubus is a demon, whereas the sirens are, you know, bird-like women. Favorite outer gods? I do not know what that means. What would your god name be if you were one? Andrew. I like my name. I made a video about you, and I said you're the best, and I get all my Greek mythology stuff from you. Oh, thank you, Greek mythology expert person. I appreciate that. Aw. Whew, I might wrap it up in like 10 minutes. I'm honestly falling asleep. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really trying here, and I do enjoy this. My eyes are starting to hurt. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, and I had too much goddamn coffee. Hi, Mythology Guy. Hello to you, too. I love your videos. Thank you. You probably heard this question a lot, but what's your favorite mythology? It's either Greek or Japanese. Greek because I'm biased, Japanese because it's crazy. Can there be male sirens? Well, the sirens refer to a group of specific women, so there could only be male sirens if Demeter cursed a group of men the same way she did that group of women. So there could be, but there just aren't. And no one's ever procreated with the sirens, so we don't know if that's possible either. Any knowledge on... No, I don't know that one, sorry. Asmodeus versus Lucifer? I don't know about enough about Asmodeus to answer that. Favorite god art in the card game? Oh, that's a nightmare to pick. There are so many I adore, and the card game is like my baby. It's actually like you're asking me to pick my favorite child. But some of my favorites, I love our Yama art. I love our Agni art. I love our Hades art. I love our Date Masamune art. There's some examples for you. Persona, thank you for the $2. Would you do an inaccuracy video on AC Valhalla? Probably, but the Assassin's Creed games would be tricky. And I think before I do any Assassin's Creed games, I would do Immortals Phoenix Rising, because that's a lot more rooted in mythology. Kratos versus Wukong, who wins? Wukong. I'm sorry, Kratos ain't on that level. Do you watch Chainsaw Man? I watched most of the first season, and it wasn't really my thing, honestly. It's too much CGI, and also the main character I found kind of too ridiculous. How literally in every scene it's like, I want to touch your boobs. I want to touch your boobs. I want to touch your boobs. I was like, okay, come on. Like, I know some people are like that, but it's getting ridiculous. Favorite mythology game? Age of Mythology. I will always love that game so much. What languages do you speak? I speak most of English. There you go. I'm sorry. I'm not that smart. I'm not smart enough to learn another language. I've tried. I've tried to learn German. I've tried to learn Japanese. I've tried to learn Georgian, and I've tried to learn French. And I know like maybe 5 words in each language. An outer god would be an eldritch horror. Oh, okay. That's cool. Probably the Leviathan then, or you probably. I guess I would have to pick something Lovecraftian then. Maybe Nyarlathotep, the Crawling Chaos, just because I think that's funny. Favorite Japanese god? Hachiman. I think he's awesome. Susanoo versus Aeolus. I think Susanoo would win that. Susanoo's way more of a warrior than Aeolus is, and he can also manipulate wind. So, yeah. Tristan, thanks for the $5. I have a question. How does Nidhogg go between the realms to Helheim to suck out the Dread Souls? Well, Nidhogg is at the roots of Yggdrasil, and the roots go right into Helheim. So, he's not like, Rick and Morty portaling around or anything. He's just right at that area. That's just where he is. He's at the roots, which are where Helheim is. He's just at Nestrond he's just there, He's just chilling over there, chewing on the souls of the shittiest people, So he's not really traveling or anything. He's trapped under the roots. The only thing that I think moves is his head. Everything else is stuck. Yeah, Lovecraftian fits Eldritch. Got awesome. Wukong versus Loki. Who wins? Wukong. Dude, Wukong is on a whole nother level. You don't understand. Any recommendations for good shows or movies based on mythology? Sure. You probably want something accurate, right? God, nothing's ever accurate. I mean, Blood of Zeus has its fun moments. Prince of Egypt is a perfect movie. Honestly, a lot of myth movies I really like are the Abrahamic ones, like Ten Commandments, Prince of Egypt, Ben-Hur. I like those epics, Oh, Kalki 2988 is a really epic movie, and so is RRR. That's a little rooted in mythology, with how they call the characters Beam and Rama. So that's another awesome movie. There you go. Tell me why Wukong wins. Okay, Wukong wins because Loki isn't even immortal and has been defeated by several of the other gods, whereas Wukong is immortal in 7 different ways with hundreds of different layers and can, probably destroy the whole earth if he wants to, and can defeat every single other god. The only one he couldn't defeat was Buddha, and that's just because he has true enlightenment, which Loki definitely doesn't have. So there you go. Who wins, old Kratos or young? Didn't they say that young Kratos is kind of more powerful than old Kratos? And didn't they also say that young Kratos had more powerful magics and weapons? So I guess technically it would be young. Do you know about the Roman sewer goddess? Yeah, that's Sterculius. Goddess of poop and sewer lines. Have you seen F1? No, I have not. Sorry. Would Jesus beat Optimus Prime in a fight? Again, they wouldn't fight. Like, what kind of world do you think this is? Do you like Disney's Hercules? Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies. I know it's not accurate, but I still like it. Are Roman gods and Greek gods the same people? Most of them are. A lot of Roman gods are just copies of the Greek gods with different names, but there are some unique ones. Janus is an example. Terminus is an example. If you consider Lupa a deity, then that's another example. Also, the deified emperors are examples. There you go. Needhog versus Leviathan. Leviathan. Where did the sirens come from? The sirens were originally servants of Demeter, but when they failed to locate Persephone after Hades kidnapped her, Demeter got so angry she cursed them to become half-bird monsters. That's where they came from. Holy Michael, thanks for the $5. I mean, is Hephaestus physically as strong as Zeus and Heracles? I still don't think so, honestly. I still don't think so. Do you read fan fiction? Not really. I've read a few just for the lulz, like My Immortal and Legolas by Lara, and Root Her, the Jurassic Park erotica, because I couldn't believe that was real. So I read shitty fan fiction is what I do. Personal favorite myth, 12 Labors of Heracles. I love that story. And my second favorite would probably be the Mahabharata, because it ends in the Kurukshetra War, which is amazing. Why can't Kratos defeat Wukong? Because, you know, Kratos could barely beat Thor, and Wukong is like 1,000 times more powerful than Thor. Will any real-world people be in your card game? Yeah, we have Date Masamune in the card game. He was a real person. We have a few real-world emperors from history in the card game. We have a ninja in the card game. That's a real-world person. We have berserkers and Ulfednar in the card game. Those were real people. So yeah, we have some real-world people. Is the Minotaur intelligent like a human? It's not suggested that it is. It's suggested that it's a very feral beast that likes to eat human flesh. But I liked what they did with him in Hades, where like he found redemption in the underworld. That I thought was a really cool idea. I really want to get the card game out this year. I'm not certain when, though. I already answered the favorite Greek god, and okay, I'm sorry, guys. I am having a lot of trouble staying awake now. I'm gonna have to wrap it up, but I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your support and your kind words and your patience with me. I really do appreciate it so much. And I don't know how to end videos.